once again to the Complicated Burrito. Here's your podcast host, Alan Brooks.
All right, today's special guest is Tommy Barton Jr., lead singer for the group Jett Blakk. All right, let's give Tommy a call and see if he's at home.
Hello.
What's up, brother?
Senator Aldo Nova.
Senator Aldo Nova.
What's happening?
Not much, brother.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. What are you getting into?
Well, I just got done making some burritos.
Was it complicated?
Well, it could have been, but I make everything easy.
Right on, right on. Now, all the new songs are being recorded down in Florida. Do you want to tell the listeners a little bit about that?
Here's kind of how Florida works. When I get bored and things aren't really like on track to, fast track a band back together for Jett Blakk, and I go back into writing mode, and Polo calls me up and says, hey, Barton, I got a riff. And so I'm like, all right, well, send it to me in email. So he'll send me the riff in an email, and then the next thing you know, I'll have some time with it, and I'll start working on lyrics. And how I usually do it is this way. I usually generate a really good hook, line, chorus, and write the whole song around the choruses. So the interpretation of the song could actually change, and go in many different directions. I like to get the killer hook chorus, and then I piece the lyrics around that chorus. So let's say I write a verse and I don't really think it jives with the hook chorus, then I'll scrap it until I find that killer verse riff to go along with the chorus, and then a build. So that's kind of that's just how I write.
Dude, I heard the new stuff, and I think, you got some hit songs on your hands. They are incredible.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I love writing, and, at my age, I just continue to do it. And I don't really take it as serious as I used to, as far as, what my expectations of the songs are. At this point, I just kind of write for the enjoyment of writing, and
dude,
after netting a top 200 rock album in the country for 2016, it's just about, well, can I get something up in the top 100? Can I get something in the top 50? So my goal, have changed a little bit. I know as far as going out there and being a superstar anymore, the chances are not as likely as they would have been 20 years ago. But
your music's available on cdbaby.com, right?
Correct.
And that's Jett Blakk.
Yeah, Jett Blakk, JettBlakk.
You've been going down to Florida, and you rewrote and re-recorded Rock Revolution.
Yep, correct.
With Polo?
With Polo, and had a couple very special guests on
that's
the
what I
new
heard.
2019 Rock Revolution. So I don't know if you want to lead into that segue or you want me to.
Well, you've been recording with the guys from Whitesnake, right?
Well, everybody knows the Lord of Low End, Mr. Rudy Flippin' Sarzo. So, 3-time Rock Hall of Famer, started out with Quiet Riot, went on with Ozzy, one of the only known session players to be cataloged with Randy Rhoads. Just a talented class act dude. I gave him a call and said, Mr. Sarzo, what would it take to get you on one of my tracks? And he's like, well, I am not really doing a whole lot of recording anymore. He's up in his 70s now, and he's still playing and kicking ass, but Rudy Sarzo does what Rudy Sarzo wants to do. So,
right. Yeah, he's a legend. He looks great, man. Yeah. I've seen the pictures.
Oh, man, he's still rock star status. He still looks like he did when he was in his 30s, for crying out loud. So, I mean, he's just incredible.
Now, he played on, what was the name of the song, No More?
He played on No More and Rock Revolution, correct.
You also had another special guest.
Yes, I did. Mr. Bill Westfall, whose son remixed No More, Mr. Jordan Westfall, who is the sound engineer for live tour support for Blackstone Cherry.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a small world, you know.
You talk about talented kid, man. This guy's in his 20s and just absolutely super galactic stellar. So...
This band, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and also Cher, man. You've also had another guest on your record that's been playing out on tour with these guys, and also a member of Whitesnake. Is that right?
Yeah, and also current lead guitar player of Night Ranger as well.
Wow.
So yeah,
guy's
Mr.
busy.
Joel Holkstruck is the most sought after session touring lead guitarist in the world right now.
He plays mean basketball too. I've friended him on Facebook.
Did you see his basketball video?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He was hitting half court shots, man, and I'm like, this dude, man, he could.
I think he was out on tour with Cher, and then during the day, maybe it was at the MGM or something. I don't know, but.
Yeah,
he had those.
Yeah, he gets the private gym to himself. He calls up the Y or something. His management company. Mr. Holkstra would like the gym for the day, and he gets it.
It's pretty cool.
And he invites whoever he wants to come play with him. So he's a stud.
But I'm telling you, man, listening to the song, it was really hard for me to tell Polo from Joel because. Man,
you can't tell them. And when Polo cut these solos, our goal was to match up the cadence of the lead guitar solo in the middle section in what Joel likes to call the consolidated grid. So Polo just kind of matched up the hook that was there. And being a guitar teacher himself, he knows theory and all the scales. And
man,
that particular solo was recorded. It was a B harmonic, is what Joel told me, with a few little various other hints of other different things in it. It's like all he would tell me is it's B harmonic, and I'm like, Joel, you don't have to worry about too many guys even playing that riff. So, it was just sick. When I got the track back and we got it in the studio and multi-tracked it, Polo and I were sitting there with our jaws on the floor going, holy crap.
I was too, man.
Yeah, I love Mr. Staber, class act, killer engineer, multi-instrumentalist. I can't go on enough about him as well.
And then you got this new song out that you just played me the other day.
Young, Crazy, and Free?
Yeah.
Yes, that tune is brand spanking new, 2020 Jett Blakk. And that's going to be kind of the staple debut song that we base all the new tracks off of. It's the new core tune. It was recorded in drop C sharp, which is Nickelback tuning.
Low.
We wanted to kind
Heavy.
of, we wanted to kind of try to modernize the best that we could.
Well, gives you an edge.
Our roots and genre of playing.
Well, I've played these songs. I don't know if people would understand, that hadn't played them before, just how difficult, a lot of the structuring is.
Well, that's pretty much the reason why I don't have a version of Jett Blakk put together right now. So I'm kind of, I'll be honest with you, Mr. Brooks, I'm waiting on you to come back into the picture as well as, the current Jett Blakk bass player. And I have some guys lined up that I think are fabulous. Jamon Smoke Hooker will be returning to the band.
Right on.
As well as Kelly
Kelly Bush.
Will be coming back not to play drums, but to play percussion shakers and backup vocals. And
Great.
So I was honored, when he called me and said, dude, whatever you do, I still want to be
He's a good singer, man.
He's a facet of this band, and he goes, I'd appreciate you allowing me to do so. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to ask me. I mean, I appreciate you even calling and, entertaining the thought of it. So I was blown away at Kelly's class and just the type of a class act person that he is.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I
singer.
appreciated him, and we will. I mean, I look forward to all of us getting together soon.
Well, I'm feeling a little bit better lately, man.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm working on it, man.
Been worried about you, just your health and the health problems that you've been going through, and keep you in my prayers. And I'm glad that you sound great today.
Yeah, the last few days, man, I've been feeling really good. I started back last summer during that whole vaping thing when people were dying. That's when I got sick, because I started vaping and to try to quit smoking, and it about killed me, man. So
I was vaping for a little bit myself until all of the health stuff came out about it, and I quit. So hopefully, people have gotten the message that vaping will kill you, and
yeah,
move on to another bad habit.
So I was thinking back in 2014, I was a member of GSR, which was the band right before Jett Blakk. That it was the band that Jett Blakk became.
Pre-Jett Blakk.
Yeah, pre-Jett Blakk, man. And
well, we won't say even before, but GSR is Jett Blakk.
Yeah.
So the whole premises of the band was built around Gunshot Residue.
Yeah.
And the label at the time, management people said, listen, guy, with all the stuff coming out, with the NRA and all the gun control and stuff, probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Gunshot Residue, yeah. GSR is cool. GSR is cool, man. But Gunshot Residue, yeah, I understand.
And that's why we abbreviated it, and then we, contemplated just keeping GSR and using the letters, but then, at the end of the day, it was still Gunshot Residue. So they're like, you just have to come up with another name. Well, yeah, I guess I had inadvertently used the name Jett Blakk, and I guess Frank Capobasso and Paul Berrien had a band 20 years ago, and I'll be honest, I swear to God, I had no clue that they were ever in a band called Jett Blakk. It was just a name that, I thought was cool, and I thought that I could build a good, image and PR behind the name.
Mm-hmm.
So, I looked up, I did a trademark search on it, and anybody that knows anything about, the legalities of trademarks and copyrights on all that stuff, it has to be 33 1/3% different from the original form in which it was written in. So, that being said, I changed, Jett, J-E-T, to J-E-T-T, and then, of course, Blakk, B-L-A-C-K, I changed that to B-L-A-K-K. So, it had that little, the euphemisms in them that, made it cool. And, double K's, the double T's, and so hence Jett Blakk was born. And then a buddy of mine, Brett Eklund.
Oh, yeah. Brett Eklund, Major Rager.
California, Mr. Eklund.
Major Rager.
I call him, or our dad, yep, Mr. Eklund, sent me the prototypes of the first album cover. And then my wife and I checked them out. We're like, okay, that's cool, but, we need more. It was typically it was the moon. So then my wife said, it'd be cooler if it was the world, because, we want to take over the world, like Pinky and the Brain. So then I photoshopped a copy of the world, and then I decided, what? It'd really be cool if we had an SR-71 Blackbird plummeting around the world. You know, anybody knows anything about those planes? They're the planes that can fly at the 100,000 feet flight deck, and just right before you enter space gravity.
Supersonic.
Or shall I say the lack of gravity.
Yeah, that's kind of become the brand, right?
It really has. It really has. That SR-71, it's so cool. And people loved it. And we've sold out all of the T-shirts. Every time I print a good run of 200, 300, 400, 500 of those album cover shirts up, they're gone. Every show, bam. So,
yeah, I've got one of the CDs left myself that I'm holding on to. One of the original CDs.
I don't even have any left. I got to call my distributor and have them, give me maybe another 500 or so just to have on hand, I think. So
I did that little show with you back in July of 2014, but then I jump ahead a few years. We did that show together in Grandview at that amphitheater.
Oh, shoot, that's right. I forgot about that. With Salento. And
there was another band there.
There was, but Salento had that top 10 hit.
Huge hit.
Yeah.
And then they moved us into the headlining spot at the last moment.
Oh, gosh, yeah. That was, stuff like that happens, and it's just politics, man. So I didn't get too bent out of shape about it. I was just like, whatever.
Man, that was a cool backstage, and we had the buffet,
Oh, yeah. It was catered to the nines, man.
Nice, man. Classy deal, dude.
It was. It really was. I enjoyed that. It was one of the shows. And
then
Killer Sound System, Mr. Steve McBride ran sound for us that particular day. And so it was just, he knocked it out of the park.
He did. You know what I remember? I got there and there was this big PA setup, and I'm looking around for the sound mixer and the whole, the snake and all this, and there wasn't one, and then I see him and he's running the whole thing off a tablet.
Oh yeah, that's technology. It's the digital world.
It was amazing.
Yeah, oh yeah, you gotta love it.
So then I went to Detroit with you and played a show, and the cool thing about that show was the actual club owner came in and ran sound for us, and it was way cool. I'll never forget, dude, the sound. It was bombastic, man. The bass, I could feel it on stage from out front.
Oh yeah, it was sick. We recorded that show, and it was like very, very cool.
Yeah, that was a good show, man. So it was nice getting out of town.
It's always nice to get out of Kansas City and play.
The funny thing that happened to me on that run was we got there a night early, and we drove up. You rented a transit
road trip. Yeah.
So it was a blast, man. So we get up there, and everybody get their rooms, and I got my key, right? And it was wasn't it me and Kelly? And we go up and we put our key in the.
You guys did room together.
We put our key in the door, and we opened the door, and there's some dude in the bed.
Oh shoot! That's when you walked in on that couple box.
And he starts screaming at us, man, and he's like telling us not to move.
You didn't get shot,
dude. He's like, don't move. You stay where you're at. And, we're just like, cool down, Jack. And we got down to the office, and we got it all straightened out. But that was the, excitement for that.
That could have been the bitter end.
But, that's, stuff that happens out there on the road that, you just got to deal with it as it comes, Hey, didn't you do a couple shows with Lynch Mob?
It was fabulous to do two shows with Mr. George Lynch and the boys. Mr. Jimmy Diondo played the first go-around with him, and then Zoltan, well, no, not Zoltan Chaney. There was another drummer that filled in. Zoltan played with us at the Slaughter show. I get them kind of mixed up because 2016, and it was one hell of a year, man. We played with Kicks, LA Guns, Enough's Enough, sold out show in Slaughter, sold out Lynch Mob twice. Yeah, it was incredible. What a fun year.
And you was promoting the CD, right?
The Rock Revolution album. I was correct.
Well, anymore, man. Now, are you going to release a CD or are you going to release all singles? Because, man, things have changed, you know?
I'll be honest with you. I'm content releasing singles right now, to be honest with you.
Right.
You know, we got a bona fide album out at this point. And for me personally, you know, if I sit down and pencil out 10 to 15 songs, then at that point I might consider it.
I was at the CD Baby page, and are you with the record label now? Because it looked like you.
We are. We are with a label called Empire Music.
Cool.
So
out of Florida.
Correct. But I'm negotiating a distribution deal with another company, and we may re-sign here again late summer 2020. So have some opportunities coming our way, and we'll divulge as when they happen.
When are you going to release this new track?
Oh, it's released right now. Young, Crazy, and Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's released right now on CD Baby.
Okay.
We let it out. As well, and
I went and bought the other two, man, just to support you, and so I'll go grab that one too.
Yeah, it's there. That's awesome, and I appreciate it.
And we'll put the links, under this, podcast. So.
Yep. I mean, I pretty much told myself that I couldn't put this new version of Jett Blakk together without Mr. Al Brooks being a part of it. So.
Well, thank you, man.
Yep. I'm looking forward to us all standing in the jam hall again and looking at each other and smiling, going, "Yeah," with the hair standing up on your arms.
Right. Well, it's a big commitment, man. And I don't, and I'm certain, if I do it, I'm going to be, all in. So I just want to make sure that I'm, feeling up to par, and I'm going to go back, get a full physical soon. But
I got you a case of Wheaties that I'll bring by this week.
But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, man.
Your Wheaties.
I am feeling better. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and some zingers.
Yeah, some Wheaties and that goes hand in hand.
There you go. So, well, man, I'm going to call you from time to time and check in with you so we can just chat and see, where you're at and what's going on.
Feel free to call me anytime, sir. It's
right
always a fantastic pleasure talking to you on the phone, and we don't do it enough. So,
well,
please do so.
Thank you for being on the podcast.
Love it. Always am honored to be on and talk about both of our favorite subjects.
That's right.
Music.
Tommy the Law Barton.
You already know. It's my retribution.
Right on.
Think I'll start a rock revolution. This rock revival constitution. Oh, yeah. Rock revolution, yeah.
Rock and roll. Nationwide. All right, brother. You have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Shazbot. Nanu.
Love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
Peace. All right. Thanks for listening to our podcast today. That was a great conversation with Tommy Barton Jr., lead singer from the hard rock group Jett Blakk. On behalf of Revo 24 Radio, this is Alan Brooks for The Complicated Burrito.
Revo 24 Radio.
We're not your parents' radio station.
Unless your parents are as sick as we are.